MrBeast spends $4 million a month making YouTube videos across all of his channels. And how do we know that?
I showed them my finances.
Which was amazing.
It was shocking. We saw line by line what he spends on and how much he spends. And he just made his biggest single purchase ever.
I just bought this brand new studio and 100 acres of land around it.
In total, it'll cost over $10 million.
Once I started studying his business model, it made sense. It worked for him, I should say. I don't know whether it made sense or not.
I made money, I spend money.
On this episode of The Breakdown, we're gonna take you through our experience with MrBeast and answer the question of why he spends $4 million a month to make his YouTube videos. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's break it down.
Watch The Breakdown.
Spending all of this money appears to be working. In the last 28 days, across all of his channels, he's done over 700 million views. That's pretty much the population of the US, Brazil, Russia, and Japan combined. But very few people know what his operation looks like behind the scenes, what he spends all of this money on, and who he works with to pull it all off.
I filmed a few videos with him and I was like, yo, you're funny, you want a job?
We've known him for almost 2 years and we didn't know any of it. So when he invited us to come visit, we did not hesitate to book our flights.
After we spent about 48 hours with him, we sat down before we left to talk about everything we'd seen and ask him some questions. The first thing we had to ask him was about this massive warehouse we were sitting in.
How much did this cost and how long in the making has this been?
That's probably not a good way to start it because there's so much explanation. It seems excessive. Why would you just buy this? Now I just seem like some dumb rich YouTuber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, Jimmy didn't want to start there, so we ended up doing something we didn't anticipate. We went back to the very beginning.
Yeah, but I mean, you started in your bedroom, right, at the cost of $0.
Exactly.
Over the past year, I've gained over 700 subscribers, and that blows my mind because I never thought I'd get anywhere near that many subscribers.
You know, to me, he was a normal kid. He loved baseball. He loved playing basketball. He was always out and about.
For the first 5 years of making YouTube videos, although Jimmy loved it, he struggled to make it a career.
After like year after year after year, like literally, it just like, this is never gonna happen.
That's all I ever talked about in school. That's all I ever did.
I thought it was a freak of nature because like people would tell me all you do is talk about YouTube, you're too obsessed with YouTube, like get a life. And so I was so untalkative. People thought like there was problems with me.
And today we're going to be talking about how many YouTubers have made over $1 million off of YouTube ads alone.
Bring that up at a high school lunch table 10 years ago and see what they say. They're like, what the f are you talking about?
In the high school yearbook, there was this section that says, what are things that people don't know about you? Jimmy Donaldson, things people don't know about me is I have a YouTube channel. I read it in the yearbook and I'm like, what? Jimmy has a YouTube channel? What is a YouTube channel? What are we talking about? What's going on?
The other day in the car, my mom was just like, Jimmy, do you make YouTube videos? And I was just like, yeah.
It just seemed to me logical that he should go to college.
I didn't want to go to college. I don't care. But I sure you should. I'm not saying it's bad, blah, blah. But for me, I hate school. I hate it. I just want to make YouTube videos.
But it was pretty simple. You know, Jimmy, you go to college, you can stay in the bonus room upstairs. You drop out, you're out of the house.
So I go to college and I just couldn't stand it, man. It made me just so depressed. And so after 2 weeks, literally just 2 weeks, I just stopped going. And then I would act like I was going to college, and then I would like just sit in my car in the college campus and just work on videos or edit. But I didn't have enough money to move out. I wasn't making anything. So I just didn't tell my mom.
That can't last for that long. Yeah.
No, and thankfully, I remember sitting in like on the stairs in front of one of the college classrooms, and I was like, yo, I don't know what the is going on, but like I've just been grinding every hour of the day, and I just made like 20 grand a month. I'm ready to like tell mom that I'm failing every class. Yeah, mom, I have zeros and everything. I haven't been going. And I was like, I'll move out tomorrow. Yeah.
It was really, really, really sad when he told me, I'm not going to school anymore. And I'm like, can I take that back? Do I really have to kick him out?
And then I moved out the next day and she was so mad. But I was starting to finally make money. The 10K brand deal was my first one, and that was when I was living at my new house. So that was after I dropped out.
Logan Paul. The world record for the longest Uber ride ever.
Yeah, I was probably doing like 20, 30 grand a month in ad revenue.
And I was like, wait a minute. Like, that's my annual salary right there that you just made in a month.
The first thing I did was retired my mom. Factually the best mom on the planet. Like your mom's second, whoever's watching this.
I wanted to give you money to put towards your house or something. Don't you owe a lot of money on your house? See, Mom, I told you dropping out of college was a good idea.
So like you saw in the beginning, Jimmy showed us his finances.
So you go from
making money, spending money, to making money, losing money.
Yeah. On some videos.
On some
and then
videos,
other videos
right?
have to make money to make up for it. Yeah. I'd make $50,000 a month, and then I'd film a $50,000 video that would end up costing $60,000, and we're $10,000 negative.
I had to learn to trust him. It took me a minute to grasp it. There's no lie. It took me a minute to grasp it.
One of the videos was where you were giving away houses, and that obviously cost, over
we spent just shy of $1 million.
just shy of $1 million. And you told us how much that video made on AdSense.
Yeah.
How much did that video make on
Not
AdSense?
$1 million. Way less than $500,000. I'll tell you that. And then there's a brand deal on it, but even then, because that's not including the cost of the people to produce it and stuff like that. So it's closer to like 1.3 million to do the video. We're definitely not going to make over $1 million on that video. So
There's no way there's someone else spending that kind of money on YouTube videos, right?
No.
There
not
can't
at
be.
all. The type of stuff I do now would have been unfathomable to anyone back when I was younger.
This is $100,000, $500,000, $1 million.
What was your relationship to money when you were growing up?
It's not like I was like worrying where my next meal would come from, but we weren't the most well off.
But did you desire money, like when you were younger?
I've always
14,
want
15?
money so I can make better videos, so I can grow my channel. Yeah.
After 10 years and millions of dollars spent, everything Jimmy does is with one goal in mind.
Just want to make better videos. I just want good videos. Make better videos. Making the best videos possible, period. I don't care about making money. I don't care about time. I don't care about anything. I just want to make the best videos on the planet.
To make the best videos possible, he needed more space. And that's because his videos have different sets.
I started off in my bedroom, and then I got a little office building. And then we outgrew that in like 3 months. And then I got like a little warehouse. Then I got a bigger warehouse. And then I got 2 warehouses because like the videos were getting so big.
I didn't realize that every set is like custom built. Based
They have
on
to
the
come
story.
from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you would think that, okay, let's reuse that, or let's see how many videos we can film in this set.
Gotcha.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's part of the story.
Agreed.
This is to make sure that the scenes keep changing. That keeps the pace of the video moving and the viewer watching longer.
So the reason that MrBeast spends all of this money on all of these buildings to build all of these sets comes down to this one graph. This is called a retention graph.
The whole time while we were there, Jimmy was giving us advice on how to get our videos to 70% retention.
70%, that's what you need. If it's below that, figure out how to get higher.
So that means 70% of the people who clicked on the video are still watching at the end of the video. I went back and watched the FBI video again. Those first 40 seconds were so jam-packed.
The thing people undervalue the most is literally the first 10 seconds of the video. Like, I think I can quote it. I tied up an FBI agent and I have $100,000 in this bag. Here's a knife. Good luck, and I just run away. Like, it gives you everything you need, no wasted words, short and concise. It's very hard with a single storyline, if you're doing like a double-digit minute video, to just have that one thing grip their entire attention throughout the whole video and pay off at the end. So typically, if you're doing a longer video, you should introduce like a side story, and like you should have some plan halfway through, like to re-engage them so they don't just get bored.
Okay, now what we didn't tell you is that by the end of this video, one of you watching is gonna win some cash. For the remainder of the video, anytime someone says the word beast, we're gonna tack on $100 to the final amount. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is comment something below and be subscribed to our channel. Back to the video. We traveled around with him morning to night and feel like we have a pretty good idea of how big the MrBeast campus really is, as well as what he spends almost $4 million a month on. The first place we went is what we're calling Studio 1. I don't really know if they've got names. That's where he's got all of his play buttons on the wall. Grab this real quick.
Yep. Oh God. The main room is where all the sets are built, and upstairs there's multiple rooms for the creative teams.
Now in that same area is a huge warehouse for props, all of the things that he's used in past videos and wants to keep around.
Next to that was a trailer with sets for Beast Gaming
This is my setup.
and Beast Reacts.
These videos have insane retention and like they just do well every single time.
Then we headed over to a separate warehouse. Let's call it Studio 2.
Oh, I recognize it. This is where the mystery box was, right? Close to that was another building for Beast Philanthropy, where they house all the food that they give away. There's also 2 really big walk-in refrigerators so that they can give away fresh food.
Those are really expensive. A lot of money goes into Beast Philanthropy.
We also spent some time in an office across town where Jimmy's mom works, and they do all of their accounting and HR.
You know, when it's in production mode, it's all hands on deck because you never know when the bat phone's gonna ring. Jimmy needs a helicopter, right? Well, you know, or Jimmy needs a car ready to wire at a moment's notice.
Lastly, there's the new studio. Let's call it Studio 3. And this is the largest sound studio on the East Coast. It is massive.
So this space now, this is now the official, like, biggest single investment you've made.
Oh, of course, by 20 billion folds. You know
And
what I mean?
as we, like, you guys are only seeing the inside of this space, but there's also a lot of space
Yeah,
around it.
I don't know if I want to go too in depth, but
sure.
more acres than you could ever need. We're going to build 20,000 square feet of office. You know, we have multiple warehouses, but videos take 90 days to do. And, you know, and I want to upload in an ideal world for a month. That's 12 videos that in the next 90 days you got to do. And one of the videos takes up an entire warehouse and another video takes up an entire warehouse. Well, then you can't work on the other 3 because 2 warehouses are full. So then that's what led us to getting this big place, because it's so huge we can work on multiple videos here at the same time.
The space is still under construction, and they're building offices that eventually most of the team will move into.
The X factor in your growth, and it feels like the reason why it can continue is because of the ideas. And you like.
Well, it's because I'm obsessed. I'm crazy. Like I will spend every dollar back into the channel forever. I don't care. Laser-like focus. I just want to be the best YouTuber I can.
Why do you want to be the best YouTuber?
I don't fucking know.
You don't know.
I just, ever since I was 13, I feel like it was programmed in me. That sounds weird. People thought it was crazy. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense to me either. I was just like, I'm gonna be a YouTuber.
Do you ever entertain the possibility that one day you won't care about being the biggest YouTuber?
I mean, I'm going on 10 years and I love it more than anything. You took my channel away from me. I don't know what I would do.
Watch the breakdown.